Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob's Nerdy Knives. I've got a special unboxing, something coming in from Fred the Lug. This is a huge one. I think this is going to be a multi-part unboxing. So let's see what we got. Alright, today I'm opening up my box with my Brown Knives Mini Cortex. One of my favorite knives, actually my favorite Craig Brown knives that he has out. This is the one that I love the most of all of his that I've owned. So there we go, let's get into this. Ooh, we got some stickers. Some stickers from Fred the Lug. All right, we're going to put this off to the side. Got a note. Oh, we got a fancy hot. Wow, that one's going to go on the wall of stickers for sure. All right, so let me read this note here real quick. All right, here's some 6 customs I sent over. As much info as I had over them on this. I had on about them over Discord. I also sent 5 Poikilos. Cool. I will ask you to send 3 when you're done, and then to a YouTuber to be named later, and 2 to be returned to me with the customs at Blade Show, Texas. I will let you know which ones go where in 2 to 3 weeks. All right, sounds great. Thank you. That's from Fred and Hayden. Now, Fred is Fred the Lug, if you don't know who that is. And then Hayden is his son. And I've met them at Blade shows. They are really, really cool guys. They do a lot of, they're really into knives. And they've got some awesome, awesome experiences with knives. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Oh, more stickers. More stickers, yay. All right, we're going to be including those. Make sure there's not one hidden underneath. Nope, okay. So I'm going to put this over here. All right. I don't know. Boy, which ones do we open first? All right, I think we're going to start off with this one here. I don't know. Does it have numbers or anything? No. All right, so let's go ahead and begin here. We'll open up at the top. Try to get away as possible we can. Let's see what we have here. Oh, these are Poikilos. Poikilos. Here we go. Okay, so 3 Poikilos. You know I like Poikilos. I have a Crab VK. So let's see what we have here. This first one is... All right, this looks like a mini tuna. Oh, no, this is a Zen? No, it's a tuna. Wait a second. Hold on. Does it say what it's on here? It doesn't. I think this is this the... All right, so we've reviewed that one. So I think, I'm going to double check. I think that's a Zen. It's either that or a mini tuna. All right, let's see. What is this one here? This one has a card. Ooh, the VK Shark. That's a Vulpix one too. I have not checked this one out. This one I'm very excited to see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so my VK Crab is a Vulpix one too, so I should probably grab that so you can see, compare it, because I know Fred has one of these. He let somebody else borrow one. He's got the one with the black, crystal tie. Mine is the S1. I think his is the S2 or S3. So one of my favorite Poikilo knives out there. Super, super comfortable. Flips really, really well. But this is, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to double check. I think it's the Zen. All right, so this is the Poikilo Zen. And we did a review of this one already. The one I had a smaller thumb stud. It was a little harder to get to. This one, I think Blade Show Texas, like import or something like that of the year, or manufacturing and production of the year. I believe, yeah, I can do a middle finger reverse flick on this guy. This one's a little bit dirty, so let's wipe that off because it has got a beautiful DLC. I'm gonna clean that blade off nicely. So a beautiful DLC coated blade there as well. It looks like it's been used a little bit, so we'll try to get that cleaned off. There we go. So I like this knife a lot. It has a single screw right there, as you know. M398 blade steel. Vulpix has some Vulpix knives have some great designs. You get the middle finger, reverse flick, works really nicely. Don't know if I can do left hand. Let's see, can I? Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, I can. Now, the reverse flick, can we get in there? Yeah. Okay. It's carry high up here, flip, and it works perfectly, right? You're not gonna be able to go low here. I don't think I have the right leverage. I need to come up high, kind of like with a Mac 2, like a McNeese knives, Mac 2. Got to get a little inside there, so that one's going to be a little challenging. And make sure you don't have any pressure on the lock bar. I do feel like they could have easily put some jimping. It could have been a front flipper, but you know, it's their design. It's what they want to do. And you can choke up here a little bit. You got to be careful. It is not really a choil there, but you can get up there. So just keep that in mind. Action's pretty good. I did like this one. The one I think I saw was not the DLC version. So this is the DLC with the purple ano. So very cool, very cool. I did like it. The one, like I said, the one I had, I forgot to mention, had a smaller thumb stud. It weren't as high. It was a little harder to get to. So here I can actually get to it up here like this very easily. The one I had to really dig my thumb in there. It was really uncomfortable. All right, now this is the Shark. I have not seen this. So first of all, we got beautiful crystal tie. We got the clip, hidden hardware. We got a little place for the lanyard. All right, it is an integral, if you didn't notice that, a full integral. We've got jimping up here. See how that is. Yeah, it's got some traction. You got some jimping up here. We've got a nice, and the Vulpex you'll see is that little, you see that little copper, brass, whatever it is. It's like a little, looks like where a thumb stud should be, but that's sort of their design. Beautifully dead nut centered. It's got some weight to it for sure. All right, so here we go. Ooh, beautiful blade shape on that one. Yeah, let's wipe that blade. There we go. Beautiful fuller thumb hole. I love that. It's got some nice chamfering on top. It's got a nice belly and looks like, can we choke up? Yeah, you absolutely can choke up. Nice choke up there. Let's see, how's the action closing? Oh, that one's really, really tight. I wonder if this is on phosphor bronze. I think one of these is on phosphor bronze. I wonder if this is the one. Let's see. Do I have my flashlight? Where's my flashlight? All right. Oops, wrong. Yeah, I think this is the one that's in phosphor bronze. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if, does it have it on the card? Does it say? VK Shark, Standard 1, Bowler M390 Stonewash, Titanium Crystal Tie, 625 Blade, 2025, VK. All right, so I don't know if I think it comes with phosphor bronze. When we do the review, we'll talk about this one because I've not reviewed this one before. So that looks like it is it crystal tie? That appears to be crystal tie. It's very subtly done. So the crystal tie here is much more prominent. I'm not sure if that's crystal tie. If it is, I can hardly tell. It looks like it might be some crystal tie there. I can't quite tell. It's very subtle. Not as pronounced as the other one. Okay, so you can front flip. Boy, it is. Oh, it's stiff. I'm glad I didn't go for this one. This one's really stiff. I would have to tune this. It is, I don't like the action. Don't like the action of this one. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool knife. Beautiful shape, nice size, very comfortable in hand. Love the integral. I love the clip over here. Nice thin clip, hidden hardware in here. How in the world? Oh, the clip. Okay. So you can get to, you actually release the clip kind of like here. You see that? There's a screw in there. That's fast. Just like, I guess. Oh, and this, I think this comes off because it's magnetic. And I think you have to have, and I happen to have a plastic tool that's very gentle to do this. But if I'm not mistaken, this comes off here. This is magnetic. I thought I saw, I'm pretty sure I saw, what's his name, Sever 7 do this. I just want to make sure before I even try to do anything like this, that's the case. Does it come off? Now I don't know. I'm like 99% sure it did, but I don't want him to risk it. But you have to come in here, you get underneath this little part right here, and then you can raise that up and it comes up. No. So I'm not going to ruin my tool, but I'm pretty sure one of the two sides it comes off. I thought he pushed something. Is there, what is going on here? Oh, hold on. Okay, so I guess that's where you push it through right there. So I guess you go in here and then you push it through like that. But I don't have the tool for it. Anyways, so I'll look and see if I can find it on the review. But beautiful, this kind of pearlescent finish on here. Love the swedge. Nice thick blade. It's definitely got a nice belly to it. It's gonna be a nice cutter. You've got that screw right there for the clip, and then you've got screws underneath here if you want to take the blade off. I don't know how thick that washer is. I don't know if it could take, if it's thick enough to replace with cage bearings, like 1 millimeter thick cage bearings. That would be my hope. If I owned this, I would take that apart and I would try to see if I could put 1 millimeter cage bearings on there. I think that would be really cool because that would make this a little more enjoyable for me. I would definitely tune the phosphor bronze because it is not even a shake shut. It is so thick. It feels like a Umnumzan or large Sabenza before you break it in and tune it in. It's just really, really thick. So yeah, the detent's super, super snappy, crispy, which from what I understand, talking to Fred, he's really, really likes the crispy, crunchy, snappy detents, and this definitely would fall into that. Wow, it is strong. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's get a beautiful look on that blade. I don't know what you call this. It's almost like a straight back, but it's not. It kind of comes over. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a blade shape for this. I'm not sure. There's the Poikilo logo, and I think this is supposed to be crystal tie. It's barely crystallized. I don't know if that wears off or something after a while, but I do like the etching on here. I love the integral. Now it is integral in the back, this jimping. Very, very decorative. It's not really very functional. It's more decorative. And there's that the little lanyard clip that double serves as a screw in there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can get the light in there. Can we get the light just right in there? There's a screw in there, right? And so then we have the clip over here, hidden hardware by that screw there. You've got a frame lock. I wouldn't call this a bolstered frame lock, even though this is over here. That's more like an over travel stop, I think. Then of course you have the Vulpix design right there, which is similar to my VK crab, right? That's a Vulpix design. It was the same on the I think it's a Poikilo, the gecko, but it was the it is the same thing that's on right here, as you can see on the Zen. So this VK-Zen, that's the one that won, I think, Blade Show Texas, like Innovation International Knife or something like that of the year. So there you go. And then let's look at the inside. It's integral, so this is really not going to be weight relief because it's one chunk of titanium all the way through, milled really nicely, by the way. Nice finishes. There's no sharp edges. Great cutaway here to the lock bar. So the easy access. It is a stiff lock bar. We do have phosphor bronze washers. It is fully engaged there. I'm going to say a good 20-25%. No blade play, no blade rock, no pivot. I mean, as tight as this phosphor bronze washer is, you got nothing. You got nothing. It is in there solid. Definitely not my cup of tea. I am really, really, I mean, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I think I could make this phenomenal just like the Orca, right? Just as out of the box, I'm not a fan. But could it become that? Yeah, I don't love it as much as I'd love the crab. But this one would take some work to break in. And I would have to really work on those phosphor bronze. I have to see if I could replace a 1 millimeter. The lock bar is really, really tight. I'm not a big fan of that. Might want to investigate if that could be changed, right? So, you know, there is that. And then you have the back here. It looks like it's crystal tie, but it's barely crystal tie. I don't know. I've never seen crystal tie that subtle. It's really subtle. I mean, it's hardly visible. It almost looks like if it was crystal tie, it wore off. And I don't recall crystal tie wearing off that easy. From my understanding, crystal tie is supposed to be more resistant than anodization and other things. So I don't know. Maybe that did happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, it's cool. It's absolutely phenomenally well designed. It is beautiful. I love the design. I think if I had a choice, I would want that. Oh, that's so strong. That's crunchy. That is like, you know, people say glass-like, but this is like glass-like with, I don't know. Look at that. You almost, yeah. You could easily fail this. You have to really flip it hard. If I do light, there's so much resistance, it barely opens. Let me do that again. Yeah. And you can easily slip off of that. And then the front flipper, absolutely not tuned for the front flipper, which I don't like. So here's the thing. If you love a crispy, crunchy detent, you're going to love this thing, right? Go for it. If that's an issue to you, like it is for me, it's definitely going to make me have second thoughts. I'm very, very grateful that you got a chance to check it out because it is the typical Poikilo, unbelievable, phenomenal quality. And what I love about Poikilo, there's something there for everybody. And I get that not everything is for me, right? And that's fine, because it's definitely, it really encourages and excites other people for their designs. And it doesn't have to be just one type of design. They're very broad, so it really appeals to a lot of people, and I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm very grateful for that. I think it's phenomenal. I would have to fix some things for this to really work for me, but again, it's cool. It's definitely one of the nicer ones, but I'm not a big fan of the phosphor bronze. It absolutely feels super crazy tight. Again, I was never a super fan of the Zen. I think the Zen's okay. It's just not quite my cup of tea. And if you have any part on there, it's really hard to disengage the thumb studs, because you've got to get on. This reminds me of an Osborne, 940 Osborne. If you're not just right underneath these thumb studs, it's going to be uncomfortable. So I have to get right under here, and it does dig into my thumb, and it's, after a while, it's just not comfortable. So as I said before with the Zen, these thumb studs are way better than the original ones that I had that were production sample, but still not the most comfortable. So I'm a big fan of their Fuller. I'm a big fan of the VK Crab. I thought the Gecko was great. It's just a little small for me, and I still think it's a phenomenal. I think the Taro is phenomenal. Big fan of that. The Tunas are cool. Just not quite my cup of tea either for ergonomics, but I thought this would be the one that would be the closest. There is a, what is the Finnair, but it has a weird clip, so I'd like to check it out at some point, but I don't know. So we'll see. But very interesting, very cool. All right, you have to let me know what you think about this. We'll do a review on this one, not so much this one, because I've already reviewed this, and there's really not enough with the thumb stud to make this any different for me to want to review. So but we will try to do this one. Definitely interesting. So thanks to Fred the Lug again. Appreciate you, Fred and your son, of course. So Fred the Lug, and to Hayden. So thank you, Fred and Hayden, so much for allowing me to check stuff out like this. You guys are amazing. I appreciate both of you guys so very much. All right, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, informative, entertaining, whatever, just consider hitting that like button down below. And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button too. Subscribing and liking the channel, it really helps me out. Allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to everyone out there who watches the content, enjoys the channel, enjoys the live streams, all the different things. I appreciate you so very much. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. You do two things. You encourage me by your membership, and I want to just say thank you. Thank you. Secondly, because of your generous support through the memberships, you allow me to do things sooner than I thought I could, and I am humbly grateful for that. For instance, I can do once a week budget banger giveaways. I can check out knives like this and cover the cost of shipping. So some of these I'm going to give to Fred the Lug, so thank God I don't have to cover the shipping on that one, because I'm going to meet him in Blade Show, Texas. But some of the other ones, ooh, they're going to be expensive to ship. You know, got to cover that. And I appreciate you channel members so much for that. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. As a small way for me to say thank you, I did two things. Brand new channel members, email me your name and address so I can mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. I still try to do that manually. A little note, handwritten. Secondly, all members are eligible for the once a month members exclusive giveaway. So each week we do a budget banger giveaway, but that 1 week in a month we'll have 2 giveaways. Members, you could win both. And that members giveaway is a little bit nicer than budget banger giveaway. Hopefully something you would enjoy winning as a prize or giving as a gift. It's my small way to say thank you. If that sounds interesting, there's a link down below in the description on how to become a member. I have 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. Don't feel pressure to do it. Please, please don't. But if you choose to do so, thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. I'm humbled. I'm grateful. And some of you guys, you're probably asking, hey, what about the emojis? What about the kazoo salutes? What about the anniversary exclusive content? Yes, yes, yes. All that's other stuff. But it is just still small ways to say thank you. I could never do enough. I appreciate you guys so very much. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, part of the channel. I appreciate you. But if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week.